What's up, family? Man, it's kind of humid out here. Ain't no kinda, it's real humid out here. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit to get in here before we get started. What's up, Scott? What's up, man? We're gonna go ahead and get started, family. Man, on behalf of my mother-in-law, man, I bless each and every one of you with a portal of nonsense. Man, may God bless you. May God continue to draw you unto himself. You know what I mean? For those of you that catch this on the replay on YouTube, man, may God bless you and have his way in your life as well. Family, what's up, babe? Man, I believe it was Scorpio lady that asked yesterday to talk about energy and frequency. And so we're going to go into that today, and we're going to talk about a couple other things as well. But it's all going to circle around your energy and your frequency. And we're going to look at energy and frequency a little different perspective today. Okay, just a slightly different perspective today. All the things that affect your energy and your frequency. It's going to get kind of deep. It's going to get kind of hectic for some of you. Some of you may not like it, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Man, this is Grown Folk Channel, and it's about growing. It's about growing. You know what I mean? And breaking the norms, breaking our crazy thought processes. Okay? Man, there's so much talk about energy. You know, everybody's talking about energy. Everybody's talking about, you know, what frequency you're on and all this other stuff. And it's a trip because we really don't pay attention to that. You know what I mean? We really don't pay attention to our energy like we should. And what I mean is, like, you have your cell phone, your laptop, and man, when it's 100% charged, man, it's running smooth. You know what I mean? When it's 70% charged, it's still running good. You know, 50% charge. You can't tell the difference. You know what I mean? You can't tell the difference in how your phone and your laptop operates from 100% charge, or suppose down to maybe 15, 20%, 10% charge. You know what I mean? It's not really until your laptop shuts off that, man, okay, man, it's ran out of battery. It's ran out of juice. And that's what's wrong with the great majority of us. You know what I mean? We look at our energy and we think, okay, man, I woke up this morning, I got enough sleep. Man, I'll get something to drink. I'll get something to eat. What's up, that guy? Man, I'll get something to eat. I'll get some, whatever we do. And man, we start our day. We start our day and we don't think about, man, am I fully charged? Stay with me. It's going to get hectic today, all right? We don't understand whether or not we're fully charged. And the great majority of us, we go to bed empty. And what I mean, we go to bed on 30% because we done ran all day. We done ran all day. Man, we got caught up in a whole bunch of negative conversations, listen to some stupid music, listen to some crappy music, crappy TV shows and news and all that other negativity stuff, and not understanding that that's pulling our energy, that's sapping our energy. Okay, and so we go to bed and we lay down and our mind's all over the place. You know, some of us may pray, some of us may shower, or whatever the case may be, and we'll lay down, we'll toss and turn, and we'll get a few hours of sleep, but we're not really fully charged. Stay with me, we're going somewhere. And so we get up in the morning and we rip and run again. You know what I mean? Man, I'm rested, I'm eating all this stuff, I'm drinking stuff, and we're just running. Not understanding that we haven't really recharged our battery. We haven't really recharged our energy. We haven't gotten in alignment. Stay with me. Some of us, man, we'll get coffee, we'll get tea, or whatever it is that you drink. Some of us eat crappy. I don't drink milk at all. I do not drink cow milk at all. I'm gonna make a video on the poison of why, as human beings, we're still drinking fucking cow milk. You know what I mean? Makes absolutely no sense. We're the only freaking mammals walking the planet as adults woke drinking fucking milk. It is what it is. Do your own research. But we should not be drinking fucking cow milk, dairy milk, whatever you want to call it, at all. It's not good for us. It's toxic for us. They have to put vitamin D in it because there is no vitamin D in it naturally. So they have to put some synthetic shit in there to tell you, oh man, there's vitamin D in it. It don't come with vitamin D in it. They have to put that shit in there. And it's not real vitamin D. We're talking about energy and frequency. We're going to go in today. All right. And again, we have to understand that, man, we are what we consume. Most of us will consume, we'll get our coffee or whatever, we'll eat some cereal, and it's crappy cereal at that, you know. So not only we putting poison as far as the white milk, the vitamin D, now it don't even have vitamin D unless they put that synthetic shit in there, but we're drinking this milk. Now we got this cereal that's a bunch of sugar. And then we'll get our coffee, we'll get our tea, and put a bunch more white sugar in there, which is poison for you. I understand the logic, and it's illogical. The logic, the sugar, this caffeine is going to get me going. But what we don't understand is processed energy. It's fake energy. It's not real. It's synthetic. What am I saying? We're running on fumes. Our energy is fucked up. You know what I mean? Our energy is shot to hell because of the crap that we put in our body. Our energy is shot to hell because we're not out exercising like we should. Our energy is shot to hell because we're not out in nature and absorbing and getting the vitamin D naturally from the sun. And so when you drink coffee with all this crazy ass white sugar and this processed sugar and this fake sweetener, and you're eating this cereal with all the sugar in it, and you're drinking this crappy milk that they give you and they tell you is good for you, and you consume all this crap into your body, man, it gives you a little energy. It gives you fake energy. It's a pseudo energy because there's a big crash coming afterwards. Not only is there a crash coming, you mess up your body. You mess up your body. See, what happens is, see, God is so magnificent, so wise, so deep, that our body naturally creates all these things that we need. Serotonin, melatonin, all this other stuff, right? We get out in the sun. In the sun, just basking in the sun, spending time outside. Man, the sun reacts on our body and creates vitamin D naturally. But because most of us don't do that, and so what happens is we take all this crap, we eat all this sugar, we eat all this crap, and we put it in our body. And what that crap does, it creates a fake synthetic vitamins and minerals and all these other nutrients that our body naturally needs for energy. We're not getting that natural energy because all these chemicals that we're putting in our bodies through the white sugar, through the milk, through the crap that we drink, the crap that we eat, all the fucking donuts and all the stupid other shit that we consume. Our body is taking all those chemicals into our body. We're talking about energy and frequency. Stay with me. We're just laying the foundation right now. And so your body, because you're getting in all this sugar, you're taking in all this crap, your body stops producing the vitamins and the minerals and the nutrients that it's supposed to create, the chemicals that it's supposed to create, because there's an overload. Same thing with dope. It's the same process, family. We got uppers and downers in dope. Some dope will get you amped up. Some dope calm you down. What they do is they create this fake serotonin and I can't think of the word right now. Melatonin. I think that's what it is. I can't think of it right now. But in our body, and that affects our mood. That affects our energy and everything else. But once we start taking in all these chemicals into our body says, okay, hold on, wait a minute. We got too much of this, so I don't have to produce this anymore. I'm gonna stop producing this. So your body stops producing melatonin. Thank you. Our body stops producing this stuff naturally because we got this influx of this fake synthetic crap being put into our bodies. So now we're addicted to this shit. We need this crap. We need our coffee just to get going. We're talking about energy and frequency. We're giving you a totally different perspective of energy and your frequency today. We're talking about the stuff that affects your energy and frequency. So your body is craving and needing all of this crap. It's not crap, but vitamins and minerals and nutrients. Your body's needing this. Your body has stopped producing it because you're filling it with all of this fake synthetic crap. And so now you got to have it. You need it. And so now, man, where can I get me a quick fix at? Man, okay, let me grab me a donut. Oh, man, let me get some coffee. Let me put a bunch of sugar in it. Oh, man. And within the black community, man, we love Kool-Aid. For whatever fucking reason, we got to have some fucking Kool-Aid or some sweet tea. Which is fucking liquid diabetes. Fucking liquid crack. And we put this sugar, all this white sugar in our Kool-Aid, all this white sugar in our tea. What's up, Cody? And we're drinking this shit and we're giving it to our kids. And we don't understand why we're so fucked up. We don't understand why our energy and our frequency is so twisted. Because you're putting all of this poison into your body. And you're expecting your body to run at its optimal level. You don't sleep like you should. And the reality, they tell you, man, you got to have 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Bullshit. Bullshit. You don't need 8 to 10 hours of sleep. That's what you don't need. But that's the shit that they tell you. When you look at highly successful people, they're not getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep. Because they tell you your body don't need that. We're going to go in today. Buckle up your seatbelts because it's going to get hectic. And so we're sitting there taking all this poison into our body. We're consuming all this poison, all this fake energy, all this fake sugar, all this fake sweeteners. Not even understanding, man, our body needs sugar. But we get that naturally from the fruits. You don't need all this other processed crap. You don't need this other processed crap. That's shutting your body down. That's poisoning your body. You are what you eat. You are what you consume. If you drink a bunch of beer, if you drink a bunch of sweet tea, if you drink a bunch of Gatorade, which has a lot of sodium and a lot of sugar and shit in it, they put some good shit in it, but it's consumed with a bunch of other toxic bad shit. So you consume all this shit and you're wondering, damn, man, what's going on with my body? Man, how come I'm just feel lethargic. Man, I just feel like, man, I just can't get motivated. I can't get inspired. I can't do what I need to do. Because you're sitting there eating and drinking a bunch of bullshit. You're not eating and exercising the way you should. And within a lot of us as guys, man, we're about to go deep, so stay with me. Man, after you get to a certain age, guys, we get to this point of, man, erectile dysfunction. We're about to get hectic today. We get erectile dysfunction. Oh, we can't get hard. We can't get turned on. We say our libido is gone. No, your diet is fucked up. Your gut is fucked up. Your gut is fucked up. Show you something. 2014, my brother passed away from colon cancer. And I never paid attention to the health like that. You know what I mean? I never paid attention to your colon and all that other stuff, right? And so, but 2014, the end of 2014, my brother passed away from colon cancer. And so God was showing me some stuff about your gut. Guys, not just guys, women too. Most of us, man, we eat so much bullshit and we're so full of shit. We're about to get deep. We're so full of shit. And what I mean, our gut is filled, is backlogged with shit. We can't go to the bathroom. We're constipated. And when we do go to the bathroom, we're dropping lugs. We're dropping little bombs. You know what I mean? Pebbles. And we're straining at doing that. Why? Because our gut is fucked up. And our gut is fucked up because of the shit that we consume. If you have a race car, or if you're a bodybuilder, or you're a pro athlete, man, you want to take care of your body. You look at LeBron James, man, almost 20 years in the league. He's taking care of his body. He eats right. He exercises. So you look at all these professional athletes that take care of their body, and man, their body, man, they put their money in their body. Why? Because that's their money maker. Stay with me. That's how they make their money, is through their body. And so they eat right, they exercise, they sleep, they get enough oxygen, and most of us don't get enough oxygen. And so you can't, as a professional athlete, eat a bunch of crap, drink a bunch of crap, and then think that you're going to compete on a professional level. You're going to compete at an elite level, that your body is going to operate at optimum proficiency. It's not going to happen because you put a bunch of shit in your body. And what you put in your body is what you're going to get out of your body. We're talking about energy and frequency. And so, when you think about it, you got to make sure you're consuming the right shit. You got to make sure that your phone is completely charged. You got to make sure that your phone is plugged in. You got to make sure you're getting the right amount of wattage going in to charge your phone or your laptop. We have so much more concern about, man, what type of gas am I putting in my car? I want my car to run right. So, man, I'm going to put plus in it. Man, I'm going to put Supreme in it. Yeah, we put all this extra shit. We do all this. We're more concerned about our car and the oil and the different types of oil we put in our car than we are with our body. We understand. If I put the wrong gas in my car, the shit ain't going to work right. If I put the wrong type of oil and shit in my car, it ain't going to work right. We understand that about our vehicles, but we don't understand that about us. How is that possible? Where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. That's the late Dr. Miles Monroe. He gets credit for it because he's the one that said that. Where purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. Family, you want energy at a high level, but you're not doing things to get your energy at a high level. You're not doing the things to get your frequency at a high level. And so you're always going to be on a low vibration. Why? Because you're putting poison in your fucking body. You're drinking fucking poison and toxin all day, every day. And we don't understand the purpose of fasting. We don't understand the purpose of detoxing. And so our energy is fucked up because we don't meditate, we don't exercise, we don't do anything positive and constructive, we don't get out in the sun and walk around in nature. We don't drink enough clean water. And I'm not talking about that fluoride shit that they give you from the fucking tap water. We put all this shit into us. All this shit into us. And then we expect to be like, man, I'm going to be great, my frequency is going to be high, and man, I'm going to operate it, but you can't. You can't. You can only get out of your body what you put into your body. I'll say it again. You can only get out energetically what type of energy you put into it. If you put a lot of negative and toxic shit in, you're going to have diseases, you're going to have ailments, diabetes, high blood pressure, all this other stupid shit. You're going to be tired, lethargic. You're not going to be able to function properly. Your mental capacity is going to be shot to hell. You're not going to be able to focus, pay attention. Your memory's going to be fucked up. You know what I mean? Because we're putting all this crap into us. And then we're expecting the man run a marathon. What's up, Miss Rocky? Man, the ancients in Europe and Northern America, they understood the significance of, and we look at this, a lot of the Europeans, and they do this thing called the polar plunge. And what it is they'll go jump in some ice water. They'll go swim in some ice water. They'll go dive in the icy lakes and all this other stuff. Why? Because there's something magical about being in cold water that rejuvenates and what's the word I'm looking for? It jumpstarts all the processes within your body. Taking hot showers all the time. It's probably some of the worst stuff you could do for your body, for your skin. Yes, Dingleberry. The cold showers, it jumpstarts, it reboots your immune system. It revitalizes your hair and your skin. But we don't know anything about this stuff. We ain't trying to do any of that stuff. The same thing with detoxing. The same thing with fasting. And I know people talk, well, you ain't got to do all that no more. You ain't got to fast. Man, I fast quite a bit. I'll go on a 3-day fast and cut off all television. I don't really watch it anyway, but I'll cut off all social media. I'll cut everybody off my life. I'm not talking to nobody except for those within the house. What's up, Scorpio lady? We're talking about energy and frequency. And so you have to detox. You have to fast. That means cut off food. We eat a lot of meat. And eating meat is not bad for you if you eat it in proportions. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And so, but it takes meat a while to digest and break through and be eliminated out of your body. And most of us don't understand that. And so we consume large portions of meat all day, every day, and we don't eliminate it as fast as we consume it. And so our gut gets backed up. Our gut gets clogged up. Remember, I shared with you guys before, there are 3 brains within your body. There are 3 brains within your body. There's the ego brain up here. There's the brain within your heart. And there's the brain down in your gut. The gut area is where your soul dwells. Your gut area is where your spirit dwells. Your gut area is where God communicates to you at. But our gut system is fucked up. Our stomachs are fucked up because we're not eating right. We're not exercising right. We're not stretching. We're not dieting, or not even dieting. We're not fasting, and we're not detoxing. We're not doing any of the crap that we should be doing. And so our gut is backlogged with a bunch of shit in it. And so we would rather go take some pills, some X-Lax, and all this other stuff, some more chemicals to make us go to the bathroom. We're always looking for a quick fucking fix. Oh, I got heartburn. Oh, I got antacid reflux, and man, I can't eat this and I can't do this. No, your diet is fucked up. Your pH system is out of balance. But you won't do the right things for it. But you'll go take some antacids. You'll go get some Rolaids and pop all these fucking pills and expecting this shit to work. And then you wonder why your energy is way off. You wonder why everything else in your life is twisted. And family, I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna put it out there. And I've had a lot of my Buddhist and Taoist friends and my quote unquote woke friends. Man, Elijah, you gotta become a vegetarian, and man, you gotta become a vegan, and you gotta become I can't even remember what this other girl was. She just ate fish, and that was it. You know, and she ate vegetables. It's a pescatarian or some crap. And so all these people talk all this stuff, and I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm gonna piss some of you off right now. I'm not trying to hear that bullshit because you don't understand the chemicals that they put on your fruits and vegetables. And so you think you're eating healthy, but you're really not because of all the chemicals and the pesticides and the herbicides that they sprayed the plants with. So you're consuming that shit. But you want to get on everybody else for eating meat. Because, man, it's not healthy, and, man, you're killing animals. Anytime you pull up a plant, you're killing it. I had a huge garden. I love gardening. Gardening is therapeutic. I teach people how to garden. You can't pull an orange off the tree without killing that orange. You can't pluck a strawberry without killing it. Anytime you disconnect anything from its source, its energy source, you're killing it. Every time, I used to grow a bunch of greens. And every time I go out there and chop off like the cabbage, you know, the bits and pieces of the cabbage, or the collard greens, or the spinach, or the mustard greens, or whatever, man, you're killing it. That's a living being. We don't see them as living things. How the fuck did they grow if it wasn't alive? We're talking about energy and frequency. We have to grow the hell up. Anytime you disconnect anything from its source of energy, it starts dying. It starts dying, family. Every time you pull that apple or pull an apple off the tree, it's now dying. Because it's been disconnected from its source of energy. And that's what happens with us. Thank you, babe. That's what happens with us. We've been disconnected from source. We've been disconnected from the universe. We've been disconnected from nature. We've been disconnected from our greater being. And we're expecting to operate optimally. We're so fucking woke, but we're disconnected and not even understanding we're dying. And we don't understand why we can't do the things that we should be doing. It's a trip because we're talking about energy, frequency. If you don't eat right, if you don't drink plenty of water to help flush out your system, if you don't come out in the sunlight and sun gaze, and come out in the night and moon gaze, and that's where you just stand up under the sun and you just allow the sun to just bask on you. You just bask in the sun. Same thing with the moon. We don't do any of that stuff because we're so fucking woke. We don't do any of that stuff because that's not necessary. And then we wonder why we got all these ailments. We understand, then we don't understand why. Man, why am I losing my memory? How come I keep forgetting stuff? How come I'm so lethargic and I just can't get motivated? How come I ain't inspired? Because we've disconnected ourselves from our natural healing mechanism that God has given us. And we're taking in all of this fake synthetic shit. And it's killing us. It's killing us. And we wonder why. We look at all these people and we think, dang, how did they do that? How are they able to do this stuff? How are they able to astral travel? How are 95, 96, 95, excuse me, 95. Came back from Guam. My two kids and this young lady I was messing around with came in from Guam. And I was stationed in the LA Air Force Base. And we drove from LA all the way to Virginia. That's where her family was at. That's where she originally came from. And so we're in Virginia hanging out with her family and visiting and stuff. And so we drove down into North Carolina because she wanted to see her grandmother. And I've never seen any of these people before, and I haven't seen them since. And so, but her grandmother was an old, dark-skinned lady. Old lady. But there was something about her that, man, I don't know what it was between the two of us. We had a connection. We didn't know each other, but we had a connection. Stay with me. We're talking about energy and frequency. We had a connection. We had a bond. I had never spoke to her before, had never seen her before. But for whatever reason, man, when I saw her and she saw me, man, her eyes lit up. It's as though she recognized me. And when I saw her, it's like, man, there's something peculiar about this lady. There's something familiar about this lady. I can't put my hands on it. I don't know what it is, but there's something about it. It's like I know her. Couldn't figure it out. Came back. But when I talked to her, man, she was so excited to see me. When I sat there and I just listened to her talk, she was like overwhelmed. It was as though she was in the presence of somebody special. It was like she was in the presence of the president or somebody. Like, that's how she treated me. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. Man, her eyes, she was so happy. Yeah, she was happy to see her granddaughter, but she was more happy to see me. And I didn't know her. Drove back. Me and the young lady split up. And I remember this like it was yesterday. On a Tuesday night, I had a dream. And in my dream, I saw this young lady. I was dating somebody else, and I had my two kids with me, and we're in the Delano Mall down in LA. And so we're in the mall, and I'm walking with my lady friend and my two kids. And I see this young lady that I was with. And man, she looked like Pookie on New Jack City. Her lips were all white and crusty and ashy. Her hair was disheveled and just a mess. Man, she looked tweaked out. She looked run down like she'd been through it, right? And she put her head down when she saw me. And I looked at her and I was like, and I said her name. And I told the young lady I was with, I gave her some money. I said, here, take the kids over here, get them something real quick. I know this young lady. I'm gonna go talk to her real quick. And they did that, and I tapped her on her shoulder, and I said her name, and she turned around, and her eyes, she was just crying, and I just looked at her, and my heart sunk, and I started crying because I had never seen somebody look this bad, somebody that I knew. Stay with me. And so I reached out and I gave her a hug, and I'm like, what's going on? How you doing? And she just broke, man, and she started talking about how her grandma died. Stay with me. She told me that her grandma had a triple bypass procedure and she passed away in the process. And her mom had a severe asthma attack and she's hospitalized and they don't know if she's going to make it through. And I'm like, dang. And so I'm giving her a hug and I'm like, man, I'm sorry. Man, what can I do for you? You know what I mean? And the dream ended. This was on Tuesday. Thursday, that same week, she calls me up on the phone. And she's crying. And I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? What's up? What's up with you? And she's telling me, my grandma's in the hospital. Man, she had a real bad heart attack. Man, they think they're going to have to do a triple bypass procedure. And man, she's under observation right now. And man, I'm flying out tomorrow morning out of LAX. And man, just pray for me. Pray for me. And I'm like, man, I can't tell her the dream. I can't tell her that I just had a dream and she's not going to make it in time. I can't tell her that her grandma's going to pass away. And so I'm sitting there and tears are running down my eyes because I'm remembering the dream. And so, get off the phone. I'm in work the next day, Friday. I have my own office. And I'm sitting there, and it's summertime. And at 1 o'clock, out of nowhere, all my hairs on my arms stood up, goosebumps all over, and I got a chill from the top of my head all the way down to my foot. It's like I just got a quick chill out of nowhere. And I'm like, whoa, hold up, wait a minute, what was that? Because it came out of nowhere, and it's summertime, it's hot. How did I get this chill? What did this chill represent? Which I'm my frequency and energy, stay with me. And so I'm shook and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, God, what is it? God, what does this represent? God, what are you telling me? What is this about? I've never felt this before. God, what are you showing me? Go home. She called me, this young lady called me about 7 o'clock that evening. And she's crying. And I'm asking, I said, hey, did you make it to Virginia? And she's like, nah, she didn't make it. And I'm like, oh man, why? What happened? I thought you were leaving this morning. And she said, yeah, my grandma went into a coma last night and they told me not to come. And they told me just wait because they didn't think she was gonna make it out. And then she passed away earlier today. And I thought, dang, 1 o'clock, I got the chills. 1 o'clock, her grandmother came to let me know that she was transitioning out. Her grandmother came and told me, touched me and said, hey, I'm gone, baby boy, I'm gone. Her grandmother came from Virginia and came and visited me and let me know she was gone. She was checking out. And that's what the goosebumps represented. And so I'm asking her, I said, hey, wait a minute. I said, what time was it? And she started cussing me out. What difference do it make? She went in on me. And I'm like, oh my God, all I want to do is see if it's the same time. She hung up on me. And I'm like, God, I didn't mean nothing disrespectful by that. I just wanted to know if it was the time that I got that chill. I just wanted to know if it was the time that the goosebumps appeared, that my hair stood up on my skin. And so she called me back. And she was apologizing for hanging up on me. And she asked me, why was it so important to know the time? And I told her, and I said, man, let me tell you. So I told her about the dream. And I told her that my experience at 1 o'clock, how out of nowhere I got this chill over my entire body, and it started at the top of my head and went all the way down to the sole of my feet. My hair stood up on my arms and I had goosebumps. And it was at 1 o'clock because I made sure I looked at the clock because like, whoa, hold on, wait a minute. This came out of nowhere. And so she was like, no, it didn't happen at 1 o'clock. She died at 4 o'clock. There. And then God had to tell me, Elijah, that's Virginia time. Virginia's 3 hours ahead of California. It's 1 o'clock. She passed at 1 o'clock. The sensation you got, that was her letting you know she was gone. You guys had the connection. Your frequency was right. Your energy was right to receive the message. See, so many of us, we're communicated all the time. People are reaching out to us all the time, but we're not on the right frequency because our energy is fucked up because of the shit that we put into our bodies. We're not paying attention. So people ask me, man, how do you get to this point? How do you do what you do? How do you do this and that? How do you do whoop? Man, you got to take care of your body. Religious people tell you that your body is the temple of God. And I believe that. Because your soul dwells within your body. Your spirit dwells within your body. So how can you fuck up your body intentionally and know that your spirit dwells there? How can you fuck up your body intentionally and know that your soul dwells there? And then say you're spiritual. And then say you're woke and you're enlightened. And you're poisoning your body. And you're messing up your gut system. And that's where God communicates to you. That's why we get the phrase, trust your gut instinct. That's God communicating to you through your gut brain. We're talking about frequency and energy. See, we want to wonder why we're attracting all these negative people. You're attracting the negative people because you're negative. You attract all these narcissists and all these other people in your life because that's the frequency you're on. You don't want to believe it, but that's the frequency you're on. I'll prove it to you. I don't listen to rap. Don't listen to country. I like jazz. I like oldies. And I like some classical music. When I tune my radio frequency station to the jazz station, they better not have on no fucking rap or no fucking country. No disrespect to those genres. I just don't listen to it. I tune into a jazz station. And when I tune into a jazz station, that's what I expect to hear. Because that's the frequency I'm tuned into. If you like rap, you're not expecting to hear rap on a soft rock station. You're not expecting to hear country on a heavy metal station. Why? Because that's not the frequency you're tuned into. You know that rap exists, but you're not tuned into a rap station. You know heavy metal music exists, but you're not tuned into a heavy metal station. You know rock and roll exists, but you're not tuned into a rock and roll station. You're tuned into a jazz station. You're tuned into a classical station. And because that's the station you're tuned into, that's what you're going to hear. That's what you're going to receive. If all you're attracting is all this toxic crap, that's your fucking fault. That's your fault. Because that's the frequency you're tuned into. I know we've been programmed to be a fucking victim. We've been programmed since we was little to be a victim and not accept responsibility for anything. I know that chaos exists. I know that hate exists. I know that racism exists. I know that people murder each other and people rape and violate each other. I know all this shit exists. But I don't tune into that shit. I don't tune into that chaos. I don't tune into that low vibrating bullshit. I'm not in denial. I just don't tune into it. Why? Because I'm operating on a frequency of love. I'm not trying to deal with all that other bullshit. I know it's out there. I'll try to say it a different way. There's a on Netflix, you can see it. The Secret. It's like a little documentary movie thing, whatever you want to call it. The Secret. The Secret. And it talks about the laws of attraction. And so I know all these people talk about, man, I attract all these narcissists because opposites attract and what they do. No, motherfucker, you attract them motherfuckers because that's the frequency you're on. You're justifying why you're on that frequency and you're saying it and minimizing it and saying, well, they're attracted to me because of my high vibration and they're attracted to me because my energy is high and my energy is up here. And so they're energy vampires and they're coming to suck all my energy. No, motherfucker, that's not how energy and frequency work. And I don't mean to be disrespectful. We gotta grow the fuck up. These people are attracted to you because you're on their frequency. You're on their energetic level. You attract all these criminals, all these people in your life. But we always want to blame everybody else. We want to blame them for being on our level. You might want to check your fucking level then. and grow the fuck up and elevate. If all you're attracting is toxic stuff, you got to go back in and say, man, what? Hold on, wait a minute. Why am I attracting all this toxic crap? What is it about me that's attracted to this toxic crap? Because I just showed you, man, if I'm tuned into love, I'm not dealing with this low vibrating bullshit. If I'm tuned into love, I'm not attracting all these other people because that's not the frequency I'm on. And so we have to understand, man, hold on, wait a minute. If I'm constantly catching hell, if I'm constantly going through bullshit, if I'm constantly people calling me and texting me with all this bullshit and social media and all this drama and this chaos, and my name's always caught up in some shit, and man, if that's what's happening, you might want to check what frequency you're on. Because the truth is, that's the level you're at. You think and you talk like, oh, my third eye is open. Man, my pineal gland is on point, it's on fleek, and my chakras are perfectly aligned, and they're spinning and rotating clockwise. And woo-de-woo-de-woo. Man, we talk all this bullshit. And at the same time, we're doing all this yak. We're vibrating on a low frequency. It is impossible for your third eye to be wide awake and for your chakras to be perfectly aligned, your kundalini to be up like you say it is, and for you to be enlightened like you say you are, and to be operating on a low frequency like we do. We've heard a bunch of religious crap. We've heard a bunch of spiritual stuff. And all we're doing is regurgitating this spiritual stuff, trying to sound enlightened, trying to sound woke, trying to sound intelligent. Not even realizing and understanding that there's levels to this. There's levels to this. You're never going to be perfect in this lifetime. I just told you guys this yesterday. There's always going to be something for you to work on. What is your energy? And see, the trip is, because we've consumed this toxic crap our whole life, it's normal to us. Because we carried this baggage our whole life, it's normal to us. And so we don't think that we're poisoned. We don't think that we're toxic because it's normal. This is how I always feel. This is what I always listen to. This is what I always watch. I always go to the club and turn up and get lit and get passed out drunk and got to get carried back to the car. I always do that. Because we always do that. What's up, Wahid? We think it's normal. And we think that we're okay. We think that we're better than what we really are. Because our ego, again, is playing games on us. Our ego is mind fucking us. And it has us convinced that we're more spiritual than what we really are. It has us convinced that we're more woke than what we really are. You're not woke at all. You're not enlightened at all. Your ego's playing tricks on you. And you're too clueless to understand it. Why? Because you won't even take care of your natural body. You won't even take care of your temple of your soul. Balance. We are so far out of balance, it's ridiculous. You can't be super spiritual and not take care of your body. You can't be the Hulk and just, all yoked up and not take care of your spiritual being. There has to be a balance. Many of us We'll exercise and we'll eat a little bit of stuff right. And we think we're good. And we got high blood pressure. We have a stroke. We have a heart attack. We have diabetes, high blood pressure, low blood pressure. We have all these ailments. We can't get excited sexually, turned on, get erect, because we don't take care of our bodies. Because we don't take care of our bodies. How can we say that our body is the temple of God and just let it go the fuck waste? How can we say that our body is a temple of God and we poison it? There's a scripture that's always blew me away. There's a scripture that says, and I'm not sure I'm quoting it right, but it says, my people perish for a lack of wisdom, for a lack of understanding, for a lack of knowledge. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. If I'm misquoting that, man, please forgive me. It's been a minute since I read it. It's lack of knowledge, lack of wisdom, lack of understanding. It's one of those three. But we perish because we don't know what the fuck to do. We perish because we don't know what we're doing. And what I mean we perish, we're killing ourselves. We're destroying ourselves from the inside out. And yet we're the most woke generation that's ever walked the planet. If we ask y'all, let y'all tell it. This is the most enlightened generation to ever walk this planet. This is the most woke generation that ever walked this planet. It's the most toxic. It's the most overweight. America has never been so fucking overweight as it is now. I'm going to say it again. America is the most heavyweight, and what I mean heavyweight, obese nation in the fucking world. Per capita. America. We're obese. We don't take care of our bodies. We love our jobs. We can't work. We can't wait to get off of work. We go to work 5 days a week. That fifth day, man, we getting turned up. Because we can't stand our fucking jobs. Our jobs are so fucking toxic. Our jobs are so fucking depressing. We can't wait till Friday night. Or Friday night, whatever it is. Why? Because we know we about to get turned the fuck up. We know we about to get lit the fuck up. We about to get drunk and pass the fuck out. We about to get high as hell. Because we're fucking miserable. I don't even know how to pronounce your name. Ribizinez. Man, thank you for the donation. We work 5 days a week and we're so fucking frustrated, so depressed. We can't wait to get off work. Why? Because we got 2 days off and we about to get fucked up. Just think about this. We go to these jobs and they're toxic environments. But we sell out our souls. We sell out our spiritual being. We sell out our well-being for this toxic ass fucking environment. Because we got to pay the bills. And then we get so fucking self-righteous, so judgmental, so all-knowing, and we want to point the finger at Jay-Z and P. Diddy, whatever his fucking name is, and Beyonce, and all these other people, and say, man, they're sellouts. Man, they sold their soul to the devil to get that money. They sold their souls to the devil to get that business. They sold their souls to the devil to get that music. They sold their souls to the devil for this and that. And you're selling your fucking soul every fucking day you go to that toxic-ass fucking job that you can't stand. Why? Because you got to pay the fucking bills. And you're killing yourself. But you do it because I got to pay the bills, get another fucking job. Maybe you shouldn't have a job where you're working for somebody else. Maybe you should start your own fucking company. But we're so stuck on going to work for somebody else. We're so fucking conditioned and programmed. Man, I gotta have a job. I gotta have a job. I gotta start your own fucking job. I know this is hard, but it's real. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Look at all the ways we're killing ourselves. We're so depressed and so frustrated with going to work to a job that we can't stand. And then we're off that job. We're so frustrated. Man, I gotta get fucking drunk tonight. And then these motherfuckers get on my nerves. If another motherfucker say something to me, I'm going to HR because they gonna fire my ass because I'm gonna slap the dog shit out of them. I'm gonna tell this motherfucker what I think about him. We're so fucking messed up emotionally over these toxic ass jobs. And we continue to do it every day. And then when we're not there, man, I just want to veg. I don't want to go see nobody. I just want to sit here and just drink my coffee, eat my Fruity Pebbles and all this other stupid shit. And be in a fucking coma state. An emotional, spiritual coma. Because we're tired of thinking. And we're tired of thinking because these jobs have got us fucked up. We're tired of thinking because these toxic ass relationships has got us fucked up. And so, man, let me just smoke something because I need to take my mind off all this shit. Man, let me drink a couple things because I need to take my mind off all this shit. Man, let me get a couple pills, man. Let me run a couple of lines because I got to get my mind off this shit. And so putting all this poison into us. And we wonder why our energy and our frequency is messed up. We have to grow up. We have to grow up. Stop playing the fucking game. What does that say about you? What does it say about you? We're about to get real right now. What does that say about you? That you're willing to bite your fucking tongue. You're willing to deal with all this toxic ass bullshit. Because you're a fucking slave. I know that's a hard pill to swallow. We're a fucking slaves. We're slaves for the fucking money. Because I gotta pay the bills, I gotta pay rent, but we're not intelligent enough, we're not smart enough, we're not spiritual enough to say, man, hold on, wait a minute. This job is so toxic, this job is so poisonous, man, maybe God is trying to tell me I shouldn't be here. Maybe God is trying to tell me, man, I've always wanted to do something else. I never want to do this bullshit anyways. I'm just here to pay the bills. Maybe God is trying to tell me, man, get the fuck away from there. Leave them toxic, crazy ass motherfuckers alone. Why do you keep subjecting yourself to that bullshit? Why do you think so low of yourself that you constantly subject yourself to that toxic ass bullshit? You know it's fucking up your mental state. You know it's messing up your heart and your body. And you stay there. Why? You want to point the finger at everybody else being so elementary. These motherfuckers act like we in high school and you're still there. Why? We have to get to the point where we sit back and say, okay, you know what, God, I've lived life my way. I've lived life my way. I've done everything that they told me to do. And I'm frustrated. My frequency is way out of balance. My balance, there is no balance. I'm living a chaotic, teeter-totter life. I'm all over the fucking place. I don't know whether I'm coming or going because I'm so out of balance. Why can't we just sit down, humble ourselves, acknowledge that we don't have this shit figured out? Acknowledge that, man, we've wasted a lot of time doing some stupid bullshit that we probably shouldn't have done. Sit down. God, you gotta be connected to the source. You gotta get reconnected to the source in order for your phone to be completely charged. In order for you to get the charge on your phone, in order for you to get the charge on your laptop, you gotta plug it in. You gotta have it connected. We have to learn how to meditate. We have to learn how to say, okay, God, I'm out here in your beautiful nature. It's a trip. I come out here and all these trees, all these plants, man, they take all the carbon dioxide out of the air and transmute it into beautiful oxygen, good oxygen for us to breathe. Good air. But we don't want to be out here. We want to sit up in a fucking house with the AC and some fucking toxic ass air blowing through and just recirculating. And breathing all that shit in. But we're woke. We have to learn. Connect to God. We have to learn that God, man, I've been running on fumes my whole life. God, I've been running on empty my whole life. God, help me. God, charge me. God, show me what I must do to recharge my system, to reboot my system, to detox my body, to detox my mind from all of the poison and pollutants that I put in it. We have to learn how to detox. We have to learn how to fast. Fasting isn't going to kill you. It's going to do your ass some fucking good to miss a couple meals. Detoxing isn't going to kill you. You need to detox. Your liver is fucked up. Your kidneys are fucked up because of all the pollutants that we put in them. So many guys die from colon cancer. Because we won't detox. We won't eliminate all of the shit. Man, family. Man. We got to do better. We have to do better. Man, if we don't learn this shit, how the hell can we teach the next generations? How the hell can we teach those coming up after us? Because they're fucking clueless. We have to wake up. We have to wake up. Man, coming outside in the sun rejuvenates your body. Exercising rejuvenates your body. Taking cold showers from time to time rejuvenates your immune system, rejuvenates the skin and the hair. Stop drinking all of that stupid ass fucking energy drinks, all the monsters and all that other stupid. Stop drinking that fucking poison. And talking about, well, this is giving me energy, Red Bull and all that shit. Stop drinking that fucking shit, family. It's poison. See the trip? I'm gonna show you guys something. I used to study Hebrew a lot. When you look at the monster drink, you see those like the little, it looks like little scratches, like the what is it, like Jurassic Park, like 3 little lines coming down. There's a little hook on each of them and it comes down. But what you don't know, and they call it a monster drink, so you automatically dismiss it as just 3 claws, 3 scratches coming down. But what you don't realize is that the Hebrew alphabet, the Hebrew number for 6 is that same fucking line that's coming down. I'm gonna say it again. That number 6 in the Hebrew alphabet, or numeric system, the number 6 is the same symbol on the monster drinks that we're fucking drinking. And so they're telling you it's 666. You can take it for whatever it is you want. Go look the shit up. Go look the shit up. It's fucking poison for you, family. Just like white sugar. Brown sugar is no better. Because I promise you, it's probably not brown sugar. I promise you, they probably put some fucking coloring in it to make it brown. And I hear all these people talking, man, you gotta get honey. And honey's good for you. Raw, unfiltered honey. Unprocessed honey, unpasteurized honey. Not the other shit that you buy at your local grocery stores. That little clove honey with the little bear. That's fucking sugar. That's fucking syrup. We have to grow up. Stop drinking all these fucking soda. I'll drink a soda every once in a blue moon. Every once in a blue moon. Way too much sugar in soda. We have to grow up, family. You can't expect your energy and your frequency to be on cloud 9 and you're taking in poison every day. You're willfully poisoning yourself. You worried about everybody else trying to kill you. You worried about everybody else trying to tear you down. And you're killing yourself. You're poisoning yourself. You drinking all this tap water that's fucking toxic. You know what I mean? You're killing yourself. My people perish for a lack of knowledge. But we swear to God we're woke. Can't nobody tell us shit. We're gonna do what we want to do. And the whole time we're killing ourselves. And we're wondering why everything's falling down around us. Because we're killing ourselves. We're not connected to God, source, universe, the Most High, whatever you want to call him. We're killing ourselves. My hope and prayer is that this video, and I know that we didn't talk about energy and frequency like probably some of you was hoping we'd talk about. It all starts with how you eat. It all starts with what you consume. Through the crap music, through the crap shows you watch, through the crap you put into your body, through your mouth. That's energy. That's fake energy. That's toxic energy. If you don't exercise, you're killing yourself. if you don't exercise, you're killing yourself. We have to do better. We have to do better. My hope and prayer is that we wake up. We learn how to sit there and reconnect with God. We stop being so freaking religious. We stop being so super spiritual and all this other stupid shit that has us distracted. And we get busy with taking care of the temple that our soul, that our spirit dwells in. Not that that's all important, but it has to be important, family. Just as important as taking care of your mental capacity, your mental mind, your emotions. You have to have a balance. You have to have a balance. If you don't get anything else from this, may you start living a balanced life. And a balanced life is a life where you're focused on your energy through what you consume emotionally, through your eyes, through your ears, and through your mouth. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Man, my beautiful wife and I will be praying for each and every one of you. If you have a comment or if you have a topic that you would like for us to talk about, man, put it in the comment section or go back in on the video, on the replay on YouTube and put a comment in on there of what you would like for us to talk about. I love you guys. Happy healing. Peace.